Hi grade 7s. Today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to add and subtract fractions, but we're going to focus on a special type of fractions that are mixed fractions. So we're actually going to have a whole number in front. And I think what you're going to end up finding is this is exactly the same as adding and subtracting regular fractions, except we add one step at the beginning. So let's just start working on that. First step, and this will work in all cases. So the first step that I need you to do is just write this as improper fractions. So think of 2 1/3 here. We want to write it as an improper fraction. Some of you might know, oh, well, 2 times 3, that's 6. Add the 1, that's 7. So you might have a little shortcut and say this is 7/3. For some of us, though, we might forget, oh, like 2 wholes. We're cutting our piece up into 3 pieces. So 1 whole would be 3 out of 3. 2 wholes would be 6 out of 3. So therefore you'd have to have 6 pieces if they're cut up into thirds to make 2 whole pieces. Plus this extra 1/3 gives us 7/3. So you might have to think of that way. The other number, 1 3/4 here, you can see 1 whole would be 4 out of 4, plus another 3/4 ends up giving us 7/4. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to rewrite 2 1/3 as 7/3 minus 1 3/4, which is 7/4. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is just like any other adding and subtracting question. We need to find common denominators. So in this case, I'm thinking through 3 and 4, what common multiples do they have? And 12 will work. 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 3 is 12. So therefore, 3 times 4 gives me 12, so therefore 7 times 4 gives me 28. Same thing I'm going to do over here. 4 times 3 gives me 12, so therefore 7 times 3, to write my equivalent fraction, is 21. Don't forget this is subtraction. Last step here, I think you can probably guess what's going to happen. Our pizzas are cut up into 12, or whatever shape this is. Our whole is cut up into 12 pieces, so we keep the 12. 28 minus 21 leaves us with 7. I then will ask, is it in lowest terms? And in this question, I believe it is. You can't divide 7 or 12 by any common number. That's how you add and subtract mixed fractions. Have a great one.